question, obviously, you should. Oh, there we are. Wrong way up.
He's got it wrong. Oh, seriously, Ross.
That's why it makes sense.
Right,
Backwards.
Johannes. There's no J. I know Martin talks about things like this.
Ancient Latin.
Johannes or Johannes. The Ecclesiastica is the churchman. Ordner, principality. And if you keep on reading down here, it'll tell you he's the bishop of Bethlehem. All right. He's a very important character. We'll also see is King Edward taking on 2 different visits.
Good time.
So all this is really important. So why isn't this being explained or anything? Why is the Bishop of Bethlehem buried in Cardiff? Now it goes back to...
There's no room at the end.
Pardon?
No room at the end.
No room at the end, very good. Yeah, it's a long walk. So
Israel were playing at Wales away at the time.
there's a Millennium Stadium, yeah. In the old arcade. So tell you this, what you have, the situation is the narrative is, you got William IV of Nevers in Burgundy in France. He had made a promise
Have the rest.
for eternity that if Bethlehem or Jerusalem ever fell, if Jerusalem ever fell, the bishops of Bethlehem, as they were called, were in Jerusalem, they could come back and have permanent residence in Burgundy. So this is where they're supposed to have gone to be buried. So for some reason they wanted to transfer from Burgundy to come to Cardiff, which seems a strange trade. Until you realise what else is just over there, okay, which we'll come to in a second. So you come through here, and the bequeathment was, so when they, supposed to be 1099, Bethlehem's supposed to have fallen, or Jerusalem's fallen, they had to get out. Obviously they passed away eventually, and they chose to be buried here. And it tells you the story in here in the Latin. And you see, I've got a few books in the car, you can see about, I think this piece is in there specifically, and you'll see it on the channel as well. So why would you want to come here, all the places in the world? He's not from here, he didn't die here, didn't live here, I don't think particularly either. This can be an important religious site to be buried.
Definitely.
And also, this site has been visited at least twice by King Edward and people like that going way back, so they knew the significance of this site as well. I'm quite interested to hear what Martin has to say about, you know, who's in and out of this place and why they're there and that kind of thing. It's, this area is very important. It feels a bit more like an island here now, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it's a small island. No, we're on a platform.
You used to have a wall protecting it as well. And this seems to, the entrances still seem to be there. You know, it's kind of walled off if you look at it. And there's the river running around there.
Looks like an embankment over there.
It does.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, there's a laser on here.
There are lots.
Well, they said,
Gotta be.
Maria just said there's 2 crossovers.
There we go. Yeah, you got your rods there.
We have copper rods as well.
That's all right, I don't think it matters.
Finding rods.
Wicked man, we've got rods.
That's Maria,
You ask
isn't
the questions, don't you?
She does all that, Maria.
What seems to be there, so let's say this quick word talk there, Joseph Arimathea, and also the island of Avila, with the healing for Arthur II, seems to come here. But what's happened is they've had to be destroyed to North Wales to keep the Tudors happy, because they get their heritage, their lineage, if you like. Their claim is based on North Wales kings, Llewellyn and all those. This is why this Maldwyn of Gwynedd is actually Maldwyn of Llandud. And this is the area, his family, you know his family tree, they're all in South Wales. He's also said to have founded the bardic seat of Caerleon, which is used for Morgan and Gwent. And this is where we all were, and this is, they still acknowledge this is where the thing is. Now, I'm going to show you now. So if you imagine this is a church, right. The way it works, this would be the altar. We should check the east, west and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, this is the altar. And the most hallowed spot is by the right foot of the altar here, okay? This is why he's chosen this spot. So maybe there's a refounding of a church here or something like that, because quite often the founder gets buried here in front of the altar.
It could be a founder.
Sorry?
Could be a founder.
Yeah, it could be a founder, they rebuilt the church or something like that. It's hard to tell, really. It's still not the grave, this is the weird thing. Look at all the signs and the fuss about it. So anyway, and then...
Bloody Victorians took them to their homes.
Well, this is a worry. This is a worry, because when they were digging out that one over there particularly, which is the most important grave, totally unmarked, what did they do with what they found and everything? We have no idea. But tragically, and if you look at the Utes, they were really fascinated by this. If you look, Martin know more about this than I will, but the Buttes are really involved with the Catholic thing and the Protestant thing that's going on. They're involved with Jesuits, the whole
Well, they're
critical...
more Freemasonry as well, because that place is totally coded, and he was Scottish anyway.
Yeah, it was Scottish, yeah, they were brought into it. The whole
Yeah,
thing
no.
is weird.
Why is a Scottish man controlling Cardiff? It's supposedly built in Cardiff docks anyway.
And they seem to claim marriage
marriage, isn't
into
it?
the line of Mary, I think. It's the Magdalene Holy Line, which again ties in with the British Holy Family here. So, in the pre-Christian times, really, or early Christian, the church was considered a boat. And we still see this now. This is called the nave. You go all the different parts of the boat, and you come into the boat. So if you imagine the boat sailing this way, on the old boats, what they used to have then at the back right-hand corner, the steering oar. So all your rowing or doing whatever they're doing, now the sails, the back right-hand corner, guy with a big oar, standing out slightly outside the boat, to steer it and control it. So this is the helmsman's position. This is the most important position, is the helmsman. So when you go to any old churches and stuff like that, place you want to look like the altar, and I'm going to get this word wrong, bifurcated. The bifurcated line.
Bifurcation.
So you draw from the altar to the corners, and that forms a triangle, and the corner there, that's the most sacred spot. And that, totally unimpressive, unmarked grave, this is where Joseph Arimathea.
I'm going to
Some
have to
fascinating.
meditate afterwards.
I know,
After all this information is coming.
It's fascinating, isn't it? Some stuff. I know. The origin of
But
Christianity.
working with geometry as well.
You know, go all over the place. Yeah.
Yeah, the tile I've no idea. Well, that's what yeah, we'll have a go in a minute, yeah. What are you saying? What are you finding? You're saying yes, yes? Here we are. Yes, that's the correct phrase.
Yeah.
You got here the most... Yeah, you'll agree with that, yeah? It's very strange, isn't it? It's always been here. Totally unmarked. And you can read the initial plaques and stuff, which tell you what black.
Joseph of Arimathea is supposedly buried there.
I mean, my argument with
Is.
Andrew and Cardiff Council and that,
Cool.
it's not true, right? Which I have to think it is true. Surely it's worth mentioning, even as a legend. It's worth
Indeed.
just as a legend. We're talking about tourism, trying to get people. Now look at the weather, and they're trying to sail on the back of beaches of Gulf. You know? Yeah, people come from around the world for this. And if you tell men you got land just up the river, you can just make it from here, walk up the path. It's a Lambeth Cathedral, the first cathedral in the world, and you can see King Arthur on the stained glass windows. I noticed, like, at the top end of the park, you got Dubrig Street, which is named after St. Dubrig, who's one of the founders of Lambeth. Tylos, yeah, that's right, yeah, bang on. It's all around here, you've got all of these streets, in the names, in the streets, in the places. The sights are here, and it's just, wow. How weird is that? How weird is that?
I think that's the whole point.
They also send a letter to Cardiff Council, yeah, say, why don't we at least acknowledge the legend or something? There's no alternative explanation. There's no other story of what this could be, you know? There's no, like, plaque or name or... And it's in the holy spot in the church, so this is before...
Yeah.
I think it's really
Yeah, it's like a little
yeah, that's like a little mock-up, which I often think is too
But what about a staircase going down this way?
Well, that'd be cool, wouldn't it?
Slab on it.
I don't know, we'll have a look. Well, they did have a look, this is the thing, about 20 years ago.
Yeah, they pretended to over.
But you couldn't see what was going on or anything. That's what always knew, obviously, anything that was in the city square things, wherever they are.
Maybe they took the bones.
Put them back to.
You know? This has always been there, this is Well, that's what seems to be the case. It's still there, isn't it?
Sneakily, bit by bit.
Yeah.
They just took away some.
One generation.
Well, that's why you call it hidden
Well, the
history.
fry
Now,
was
often
just
it's
on
hidden
by
not
there,
destroyed.
and there's another black fires fry, which was under that
Yeah.
skyscraper. They knocked it
It's
down.
very
I was
good
there
to
when I was a
peace.
kid.
I mean, they lived there.
So there was the three
This was
connected.
protected. It's not allowed to build on this forever. They
Basically,
took the whole area up. And that used to be like the land would feed the. This would feed the monks and have all their vegetables and apple trees and all that kind of stuff.
Wow, that is going on.
So it's an important part of Cardiff. This
When did
squirrel.
Oh.
I think it's burnt down. Well, the original. Well, the thing is, it depends how far back you want to go. I think it's been burnt down many times. But I don't know the dates anymore. I mean, I'm just sceptical about all the dates. But I mean, in theory, if you read the plaques around here, I think it says medieval times. But the tragedy is, oh yeah, one more thing to say on this actually, I know Martin might be covering it a bit later, is that, of course, the other connection here, because you've got Joseph Arimathea and the Holy Family coming here, you've also got Mary. So the question is then, is it Mary the wife of Jesus or Mary the mother of Jesus?
Oh yeah.
I'm not trying to blaspheme or anything here, but
There's
he
two.
also was married. I mean, if he wasn't married, if you know that Jesus the unmarried, he would have been extremely rare. So his wife and his children, that seems to be the lineage which came to Wales.
That's Gallagher again. Farring there with the.
Scaliger, yes.
Just the same guy again.
Yeah, messing with all these things. So you have a situation where. So just very quick in the background on that. So you've got Jesus who would be the heir to Judea. His genealogy in the Bible goes all the way back to David and Solomon. If you're going to go with this line of chronology. Then you have who was Mary, or who was his wife, and that was his mother. The generation is a little bit tricky. What you have there is, if you go back to Cleopatra VII, the one who married Mark Antony, they had a daughter called Cleopatra. She married King Juba of Nubia, and their daughter seems to be the one that Jesus married. So that's why I think that'll be those stories of, the Black Madonna and stuff, because you're going to be half Nubian, and then you're coming into that kind of part of the storyline which follows through. So the thing is then, Cleopatra, so she's the heir to Egypt through the female line. Mark Antony was the old patrician class in Rome. He had a claim to Roman authority. You've got King Juba II of Nubia. He's got claim to Nubia. You've got then Jesus himself, who has claims to Judea or whatever the area is, and Tasmania.
Nubia was north.
Well,
It's a lot of North Africa. I think it's including Egypt as well.
Ethiopia.
Yeah, northern Egypt.
A lot of history in Ethiopia.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the whole of Africa is
Sudan's got
absolutely.
loads of people.
Yeah, the whole of Africa is crucial to all this.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Pardon?
Yes.
I don't know, maybe.
They are in South America, maybe.
So what happens then?
They are on the way.
What happens then, of course, when the family comes to Wales and marries into the British royal family, their son, he's the king. He's the one who's got all the marbles. Because from his parents, he's got descendants to. Because don't forget, the British royal family's married into Claudius's daughter. They got claims to Rome, to Britain, to his mother. He got Egypt, Nubia, Judea. This is the most powerful, the Avalak they call him, the most powerful person in the whole setup, because he got claims on all the thrones, everything. And this is why it seems to be so incredibly important.
King of Kings.
King of Kings, yeah, King of Kings, not some poor.
They said that of King Arthur though, they said he was the King of Kings.
Well, he's
No,
just.
he didn't, innit?
Well, they are descended, aren't they? So.
No, there you go.
This is,
Talking
okay,
about the same entity, I'm wondering.
and you can see this backed up with the place names again, because the way you become a saint in those days was not by, like St. Francis of Assisi, feeding the birds, all this kind of stuff. One, you had to be a member of the royal family. You had, of holy blood.
Yeah.
And two, you had to give money and land to the church. It was a cash deal. So what you'll see everywhere, all these churches, and like around here, you've got St. Nellans, and St. this, and St. that, and St. That's because members of the royal family would be some land and might fill the church so they could get to
So go to the parish to parish.
the parish, yeah, parish dice.
Parish to
Trying to get to
parish.
parish dice, there you go, that's a good word, parish dice. There we go, so that's this area.
The diocese.
Remarkably,
Do you have any thoughts who it might be there?
Well, it seems convincing to me. I don't know if Joseph's still there, but I think this is where he's buried.
Joseph, give us a sign.
Oh no.
Joseph.
Sucked up all the power in your camera,
Oh,
mate.
it's gone again, is it? This happened yesterday. Right, can you put it back in the bag, please? Right, okay, so
All right, then let's mosey, shall we?
I think there's a problem with it, 'cause it broke yesterday with rugby as well.
French.
Hello, how
Hi,
are you? It's Ricochet.
Hello.
How are you?
Thanks for
Teresa,
subscribing to
yeah,
me.
May Lawrence. Hi, love.
Say my Matt.
Yeah, fat fun,
yeah.
double fat fun. Teresa, we got a lot of few photographs, haven't we?
I haven't got many of me.
I have got some.
I'm a bit camera shy.
There you are.
Got some photos. I'm recording as well. I've got a
Have
hour
you?
and a half.
Good, 'cause I
plus,
haven't.
maybe a couple.
Shall we go on to James?
I got nearly a couple of hours of footage.
The sun's not working out as I imagined.
No, it's not, is it?
Sunniest day of the week.
Well, I did say that, didn't I?
Got a couple of hours of footage.
That was awesome. So historical.
That was brilliant. Oh, it was just wicked, Ross. And he,
Yeah, we're going to read one more side by side.
We've got the island of Avila. We've also got the Avila, which seems to be the descendant of this is
But your arm's like hurting.